Welcome to Enjoy Wisdom Well, and thanks for being part of our channel, ours as much as yours. Viktor E. Frankl's Memoir Manifesto, written after he walked out of Auschwitz with nothing but insight, shows that the one freedom no tyrant can touch is the freedom to find meaning. Here's the distilled essence. Frankl was a young Viennese psychiatrist deported with his family to 4 different concentration camps. Day after day, he watched men die from starvation, cold, and despair. He noticed that those who lasted weren't necessarily the strongest. They were the ones who felt they still had a task waiting, finishing a manuscript, seeing a child again, witnessing liberation. Hope acted like an immune system for the soul. One frigid dawn, he marched to forced labor, half delirious, when a sudden inner image of his wife flooded him. Her smile, the tilt of her head, a meadow they once crossed. I understood how a man who has nothing left may still know bliss, he wrote. Love, even in thought alone, converted misery into a living dialogue. That revelation became one of the book's most quoted lines. The salvation of man is through love and in love. From those observations, he coined the will to meaning. While Freud highlighted pleasure and Adler pursued power, Frankl argued that humanity's deepest drive is to find purpose. Strip a person of pleasure and power, and meaning can still burn like a pilot light. Extinguish meaning, and the organism collapses even if food and shelter remain. That insight became logotherapy, a therapy that turns the client outward to meet life's questions rather than inward to brood on feelings. Frankl said meaning comes from 3 avenues: creative work, genuine love, and the attitude we adopt toward unavoidable suffering. You can write a symphony, fix a bicycle, raise a child, care for a friend, or face a diagnosis with dignity. Each is a way of saying yes to life. Prison life proved the 3rd avenue most radical. When a prisoner accepted that his suffering could be transformed into inner achievement, bearing witness to courage, keeping humor alive, praying in secret, barbed wire became a testing ground instead of a graveyard. Frankl recalled a feverish inmate who gave away his last piece of bread. In that moment, the giver was richer than the king. A person who knows the why of existence can survive almost anyhow. Returning to Vienna, Frankl saw a different crisis: the existential vacuum. In peacetime abundance, many people felt empty rather than exhilarated. Their calendars were packed with distraction but thin on significance. He called it the Sunday neurosis, the depression that hits when the weekend silence exposes an unexamined life. Logotherapy's antidote is not handing out meaning like a prescription, but challenging people to discover their own mission, moment by moment. Central to this discovery is the last of human freedoms, choosing one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. That choice might be measured in milliseconds. Deciding to comfort a fellow inmate, to laugh at a flea, to refuse hatred. Frankl insists this is no naive optimism. It is responsibility, the other half of freedom. Here's the practical takeaway. Ask yourself each morning, what is life asking of me today? Notice opportunities to create, love, or bravely suffer. When stuck, imagine you're looking back from your deathbed. What decision now would make that memory shine? Purpose is less something we chase than something we answer. If you found this summary helpful, please subscribe and let me know in the comments. Which hardship could become your teacher if you treated it as a mission instead of a misfortune? If you want to dig deeper, pick up the full book. And if you're ready to grow in another area, watch our next video from your channel, Enjoy Wisdom Well. See you there.